Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Legend. It's about time. It's about time. I think I did enough farming in this game to finally come up with my first build video. I'm going to say this one will be pretty much based off of the pestilence weapon, and I already know what everybody's thinking about it. Man, this weapon is trash. It's not gonna do anything for the game. They have to wait till they buff it before I use it. I mean, be that as it may, I take some great pride in making builds that is built around things that people don't typically use. You know, since I'm so anti-meta, I figured this would be a good starting point. So without further ado, let's get into the build. I already have it equipped. So as you can see, it's with the demolitionist because it's the pestilence is a LMG. It makes only perfect sense to use it. Now, as you already see, the damage on this thing is so low. I mean, just a 4.8. I haven't had that since like purple and blue gear. But I guess the talents kind of make up for it, and you do get a 15% native talents for the damage out of cover for LMGs. And anybody that plays with me or I play with me, I use LMGs a lot. So there's actually one of my favorite guns in the game, the gun archetypes in the game. So as you can see, it has a Plague of Outcasts. You have to shoot the enemy 20 times and it inflicts Plague of the Outcast. Whenever an enemy has this status effect on them, it leaves a toxic cloud around for 10 seconds, deals 200 plus weapon damage after the fact. So you land 20 shots on an NPC, and a teammate kills them, or you kill them by swapping out to a different gun, because doing 4.8 damage is not gonna do that much. But if you swap out, kill them, at least this weird toxic cloud there for 10 seconds, and then whoever gets into that cloud, you can do 200% extra damage to them, which is very helpful against NPCs that are super tanky that you just need to melt out real quick, or a group of them. Pestilence, you know, this is a debuff. It reduces the healing for 50. That we might just leave that out of it. I mean, honestly, NPCs don't typically heal up that much. I mean, some boss NPCs do, but that's pretty useless for what it is. So I would agree with a lot of people when they say that, you know, that talent may be reworked and everything like that. I believe it, because nobody really gives a damn about reducing 50% healing. I mean, I guess this was made specifically for PvP. You know, people heal up all the time in PvP, you know, using armor kits or whatnot, but in PvE it really doesn't matter. Hell, in PvP, this gun is not ideal to use anyway. So then you got Outcast Resilience, you know, Wild Holster, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds whenever you are affected by blind, bleed, or burning. That's why I started using this in PvE, because of that. You're always blinded, you're always bleeding, you're always burning, pretty much going against these NPCs. So why not have 20% extra armor? That's why I use it. But I think the main reason I use this is probably because it's 200% extra damage, and I actually used it in different areas. And that 200% actually changes to 400% in certain situations, and the number of bullets landed drops down to 15. I think that's for PvP specifically. So go ahead and check that out if you guys need to. I'm using the Black Market AK because, once again, I'm an AK lover too. So if I could put an AK on any build I put, I'm always gonna run it. This one I'm using it specifically for ignited and the damage it does. Since I'm already using an LMG that already has a 100 mag clip, for some reason in this game they don't roll over bullets like how they did in the last one. Like this, sometimes you can in the Division 1 you can run around with 2,400 bullets, you know, as reserve, but this one you're set at 900 for some godly reason. So I use a different gun variant. You can use whatever you want to. I just decided to use the AK because it does a lot of damage. The RPMs doesn't matter in PvE, and then the health damage after you knock off their armor, the health damage actually kicks in. So that's why I use it. And I also got it paired with ignited, you know, extra and rooted. Now the reason why I decided to make this build was because nobody uses the pestilence, and I was like, how can I make this gun good? So I end up creating a status effect build with this gun, and then I also made it so if I kill somebody, I get health on kill. So usually, you see my health is at 56 right now. If I kill one NPC, I get like 30 something, 30k health, because of the way my build is set up, and I'll show you right now. So for the mask, I have the China Lion Industry, and the reason why, because you know, this talent right here, creeping death, status effect spreads to the nearest nearby enemy by within 10 meters and can occur in 15 seconds. This actually works quite well with this build since I'm doing a lot of status effects all the time. By its spreading is like the predator of, you know, the Division 1. So creeping death, for some reason, it only comes on this mask. If there is another way, please show it to me, send me a message or whatever, but I cannot even roll it off of this mask, and I can't put it in another one. I also have damage to elites because I need as much help as I can with this 4.8 damage that I'm doing, and then I also got health on kill for 6.9. You can say that 6.9 thousand. So then I'm using the fairness chest piece, and you know, has health, skill power, bonus armor, unstoppable force because I need the extra damage, and then some more damage to elites since it's a PvE archetype build. And then I got, of course, another fairness holster. I just rolled this one on there, so I have more health on kill, another 10.9k, and then cooldown reduction and more damage to elites. I have the Rody Holdings backpack with accuracy since I'm using LMG, and the AK, I guess. I mean, stability is not really a thing on this game, except only on like I guess weapon attachments. So accuracy helps out a little bit. Has bonus armor and health. Safeguard. The reason why I'm using safeguard is because of the talent itself. Killing their target grants 150 bonus to repairing and healing effects for 20 seconds. If you pair this with the health on kill that I already have, then you know it boosts up 150%. So it's a must-have. You can swap that out with I guess I can recommend, since you are using demolitionist, you can put destructive on there. Another great talent to run in PvE would be efficient, because you almost never run out of med kits. Not med kits, blah, Division 1 shit. Armor kits. By using it, it has a 50% chance of you not using it. So that's a great talent to have. And then running hard hitting on here as well, because like I said, this gun don't do a lot of damage as is. So having all these extra damage to elites on here would be perfect. Now I'm actually preparing for the raid that's coming out. The gloves, I got LMG damage to help out the gun, of course. Health, you can actually swap this out with anything. I decided to run more health so I can be above 200,000 health. 200,000 armor, and the health was I guess without this would be at 50k. I was like, so I just gave myself a little bit more, just for survivability, I guess. And Wicked is deactivated right now because I actually just swapped out a gear piece, and I didn't put the additional mod on there to bring it back. But 10% weapon damage to status effect enemies. Once again, pile as much damage as possible. And while all these things work, they work really well with each other, and you're doing a lot of damage. So it brings this 4.8 to somewhere around, you know, low tier submachine gun or high tier submachine gun, depending on which one you're using. So if I was to give a good guess, I think I'll be doing around 13k damage, which is pretty damn good for this damn gun right here. So Wicked is perfect for this build. And then the knee pads, of course, health on kill, You can swap that out with anything you want, but I just chose to use that. And patience, because you're going to be sitting back with this build most of the time, since you're not going to be running out there, running and gunning. You're not doing a lot of damage anyway. So sitting back, keeping your armor up, gain kills, health on kills, and etc. All that stuff works real well with each other. And then for the skills, I'm using the oxidizer, and the oxidizer canister releases a cloud of corrosive gas that damages enemy armor, skill proxies, and causes damage over time. I'm using it. It looks cool for one, and having multiple clouds out there, that almost guarantees the NPCs, whether they're grouped up or spaced out, that they can be in a cloud if you use it properly. I'm also pairing that out with the airburst seeker mine, just to give some more fire damage. And while these things working in conjunction with each other, stats effects are going everywhere. NPCs are dropping like flies. I mean, it really works. So then we're gonna go over to the stats. Once again, Wicked is not enabled because I didn't add that one more attachment to get myself 4 or more, but everything's unlocked. Creeping Death and Wicked is perfect for this build. So everything, as you can see, kind of sync up with each other and work in unison. Scroll down a little bit more. So I'm not gonna go over each and every one of these because it really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna point out some things that I would like to point out. So damage to elites, I get additional 75% damage to elites, which works really well. This piled on with another 25% LMG damage gives you 100% extra damage if you use it that way. My armor's there. Health on kill is 34%. So whoever is the math heads out there, y'all can multiply, or do the calculations for, the 34% base health on kill. And then with the safeguard, you get an extra 150% of that. So you almost get 100,000. Just as straight, not doing any math at all, just guesstimate, you get about 100,000 health on kill, which is insane. That means you will never go down. If you play your cards right, you'll never go down because your armor and health will always be up. And if it goes down, it goes right back up. And then you can see the skills. Not much to really see there. I mean, they're pretty much all the same anyway. But that's pretty much it, man. That's the build. This build, like I said, works really, really well for NPCs. And when they do buff it or whatever, I'll probably make another version of it for PvP. But that is it. I will be making another build video here pretty soon. But I decided to make this one first because nobody uses it and people just throw the pestilence away. As you can see, mine's got duct tape on it already. I found it in the garbage can. But until next time, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Go ahead and like and subscribe, comment if need be, if you guys see any ways to improve the build or you like it as is. This is what it is right here.